What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 82 of the XtraSlice, brought to you by the Cheesy Controller Podcast. I'm your host, Anton LaPlatte. Joining me, as always, we have the Mayor of Stardew Valley and Eorzea, Chris Montalbano.
You're really going to hear about our coffee addiction.
We got the most generous squid in the sea, Jalen Roberts.
You know, if I wanted a PS5, this wouldn't be my problem.
And we got the Emerald Green Ray Trace Do-Rag, Madrid Dubon.
Okay, make my coffee the oat milk dirty chai.
And support us on coffee. We got a jam-packed episode for you guys this week. We're going to be talking about backlogs versus buying new games. We're going to be talking about Nickelodeon. We're going to be talking about Deathloop. We're going to be talking about our backlogs again. And we're going to be talking about PS5 upgrades. So the conversation I want to start you guys off with is something that Bell, shout out Bell E. Ocean, and his new project, what is it, Midnight Hours?
Midnight hours.
Shout out the homie, longtime friend of the podcast. He was asking in the Discord earlier, saying, "Are y'all ready for Deathloop next week?" And considering I'm the only one of us with the PS5, this kind of got
Being the authority on all things
Right.
PlayStation 5, with my, owning of the hardware.
right. As the one of us who'd actually be able to play Deathloop when it comes out. Is it out? I feel like Deathloop's still not out. It's next, right?
No, Deathloop comes out in 6 days from recording. Next week.
Yeah. Next Thursday midnight. That makes sense.
Yeah, I think I would actually be super hyped for it if I could play it feasibly, but I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My best option would be buying it for Anton and then be like, "Hey, what's up?"
You'd have to buy it digitally, but if that's.
I know.
But
Right.
Oh, wait.
But it is a timed exclusive.
yes.
Yeah, wait. Can we not?
Wait, no,
play
I
it
think it's
on-
being released on Windows. It's being released on
is.
Windows.
We can play it on PC.
September 14th.
Huh.
And you only
So-
need a 2060 or higher.
Only a 2060.
So I am still out of the running for that. Me and so many others.
But
So Chris, you're able to run it?
Yeah,
Jalen,
I
can
got
you
a
run it?
2070. I got.
I can.
Just made it.
I think I can run it.
Chris said a 2060.
That's
So
what one review said. RTX 2060 for 60.
I got
for
the
solo-
specs up. If you want the minimum, the bare minimum, you need a Ryzen 5, 1060.
Oh, that's not
At
bad.
minimum, you need a 1060.
Okay.
And I think that's exactly what I have is 1060.
okay.
Yeah, you're locked in.
Yeah.
There you go.
So y'all
Yeah,
coffee?
Oh, my
What's
bad.
good?
It's the RTX 2060 for 60 frame per second.
I am not copying.
Yeah.
I
So
it
it's
looks good, but I don't think I've ever been.
Well, let me
so
rephrase.
interested in that type of game.
It has already gone into my backlog.
yeah. So
That's where that game is.
That's where the conversation kind of went with me and Bell. I was like, I'm going to skip it because I need to finish Final Fantasy VII Remake. I need to restart Ghost of Tsushima and just play that all the way through. I need to finish
Mhm.
Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. And I need to play some more Apex at some point. And then,
I'd
It-
say for sure your best bet is to finish Ratchet and Clank.
yeah.
You got a couple sessions left in that.
Yeah. 7 Remake, I could,
For me, it's
Okay.
14.
Okay.
Yeah. For me, it's 14, and Pathfinder War of the Righteousness literally came out the other day. It's scoring quite high.
What now what in the hell?
Pathfinder
What
made
is-
a good game.
Yeah, what is that?
Okay, so
I just think
Owlhead
Apex.
Studios, creators of Pathfinder Kingmaker, which is a CRPG that came out in... When did Pathfinder Kingmaker come out?
What does the C stand for in that?
Came out in 2018, Pathfinder Kingmaker. And they have made a sequel to it, Pathfinder War of the Righteousness.
Okay, what's the C in CRPG?
Computer. It's literally just computer.
Or classic, depending on who
classic.
you ask.
What do you mean by that? It's like one of those like text dialogues pop up and you just pick a choice.
Yeah,
Yes.
overhead, lots of clicking.
Oh.
Pathfinder Torment, games like Pathfinder Torment,
Disco Elysium.
Knights of the Old Republic, the original 2 Fallout games.
Shit, none of the only person out of us who are going to play any of these are Jalen.
And I have played most of them.
I am moderately interested in Disco Elysium. I just haven't.
Disco
gotten
Elysium is another one, and it's amazing.
I haven't gotten around to like dabbling in that one though.
It is a lot, though.
Okay, so as far as backlogs, how does right now? I know we all have immense backlogs. Like I listed out just like tons and tons of things that I need to do before I'd even be able to get to Deathloop.
There's only 3 things on my backlog right now.
The lies, but okay.
2 things on my backlog right now because I'm playing one of them right now. I'm playing Heaven's Ward, and the other 2 are Stormblood and Shadowbringers. That's it. That's my backlog. I've released the rest of my backlog to the world.
I
You
sit
know.
in the same
Persona
boat with
5
Madrid.
Strikers.
I sit in the same boat with Madrid. I'm just like,
Never
no
heard
other
of
game
it.
exists except 14 right now. and I
Yeah,
don't
pretty
play
much.
anything else.
Because if I think about it, I'm just gonna get anxiety. Like Tales of Arise is just came out.
It's coming out this week.
It's coming out. Yeah, like that's just reviewing great. It already looked good. I've been so busy I didn't even play the fucking demo for it. Like
Yeah.
I got. Oh my god, having access to Anton's like list of games, it's only like multiplied my fucking backlog just like extensively to the point where I just have to release it. I just have to like free my backlog, you know. I have to set it free.
I still haven't played the Ghost of Tsushima DLC.
Oh my god.
Rivals mode is out. Like
Rivals mode's out and I haven't squared up against
no hands were thrown.
No hands were thrown. Come on, fucking yo. I love how Ghost is just like, yo, Destiny did it right, baby. And now they're just throwing in a Gambit mode. Like that's fucking dope.
Why the fuck not?
Hopefully it'll stay fun, unlike Gambit.
So, well, Madrid, I guess you've released your backlog so you can have more freedom to look forward to things. But like looking at the upcoming games for like fall, so Sonic Colors Ultimate just dropped. How's anybody know?
I already
had
have
no
Sonic
idea.
Colors on my PC. I don't need another copy of it.
Okay, The Artful
And
Escape.
also, I will say this right now. There was this whole thing on Twitter when it came out about it just being bad and running poorly, and come to find out, the person who reported that was trying to run it off an emulator.
Apparently, the Switch version is kind of rocky, but that's just.
I'm not saying the Switch version is perfect. I'm saying that it was greatly exaggerated.
Yeah, the person that did that was trying to run Sonic Colors Ultimate in the emulator. So, have you guys heard of The Artful Escape? Because that's another upcoming. I'm just trying to get like a list of upcoming things to see what moves the needle for you guys. Because I mean, we have
I'll
a
tell you this
stacked
right now.
fall.
I'll tell you this right now. I have 3 games on deck for fall, other than Final Fantasy. Pathfinder War of the Righteousness just came out. Melty Blood Type Lumia comes out at the end of the month. And SMT5 when it comes out in November.
Wait, that's at the end of the month?
Yep.
So I have a question for you. What are you going to be doing on October 8th / 9th / however long it takes you to beat Metroid Dread?
Look, I'm not going to pretend that the moment Metroid Dread comes out, I'm locking myself in my room for 24 hours.
I saw the dread in his eyes as he forgot the game was coming out so soon.
Right.
I didn't mention that game for a reason.
So
Pokemon Shiny
That's fair.
something.
Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl.
Yeah, that's
Shining
coming out
Diamond was
in-
right there.
The pain.
I'm so upset about that, but
It's coming out soon, right?
Yes, I believe that's November as well.
I'm gonna get one of them shits too.
I might play my Switch then.
Because I know if anything, at least somebody else in our Discord is gonna be on it, and I'm gonna want to play it.
Okay, let me go through this list and just see where y'all are at. Because this is according to, and of course I accidentally clicked Twitch the second I'm trying to do it. According to Polygon, this is their 26 most anticipated fall 2021 games. And this list actually is really good. Shout out to, who wrote this article? Alan Wen. So, Sonic Colors Ultimate, Artful Escape, Tales of Arise, WarioWare Get It Together, Deathloop, Kena Bridge of Spirits, Sable.
Wait, hold on. Are we gonna go over our excitement for these games,
You
or
say
just like
Fable?
list them
I
out?
feel like if we just like blurt out and then maybe we'll be able to.
Yeah, so stop me if anything. So for me,
Actually, Sable does look good. Sable is going into early
Not
backlog.
Fable.
That comes out on the 23rd.
Which one's Sable? I guess I'll just look that one up.
think Breath
Hold
of the
on, I got
Wild,
you.
but with no combat and an open world of vast desert that you can traverse via hover bike while exploring the ruins of an ancient civilization. And that's a good description of
That's
Sable.
like a good art piece game, right?
Oh,
Exactly.
Looking at its art style, I'm more invested now, seeing how it looks.
Yeah,
Like, ooh,
it's a good art piece game.
yeah, that
I
looks
love
good.
those.
It's like that cell shaded,
Mhm.
fucking Jet Set Radio kind of like vibe, but with that
It has a minimalistic, like,
Mid-
flat.
yeah, with like that West Coast like Grand Canyon kind of vibe.
It looks rotoscoped. That's the thing about it. It
West
looks
Coast Grand
rotoscoped,
Canyon.
like like a Scanner Darkly and some other movies and crap. With the way the art style is,
So,
a lot of environmental puzzles,
Okay, so no combat, just puzzles, just vibes.
just vibes.
Hell yeah, you can take a trip
open
and
world
play
vibe game. I mean, I'm
On
going
a
to
trip.
skip that, but WarioWare Get It Together is tempting me more and more the more that I see and hear about this game, because like the review embargo just went up for that. And that's something like I've been watching this because every WarioWare game I've played, I've really enjoyed, and this seems to be just like the most fully featured one that we've had in a while. And it's on Switch, so it's one of those great games you could just I could play my Switch in handheld mode and definitely do some WarioWare.
I don't want to get off topic about something that's not video games, but Anton, are you drinking the 8% White Claws right now?
Yes, the Surges, natural
Are
lime.
they good?
They're strong.
My
Er.
alcoholism is intrigued.
Yeah, so
Is
it's
it alcoholism? Or you can enjoy things without it being an addiction, Chris. You're allowed to just enjoy things.
Am I? We're on
Yeah.
coffee now.
We are on coffee now.
Yes.
Go check out our coffee. Coffee.com/cheesycontroller. Or you can go to cheesycontrollerpodcast.com, click the coffee link. It is Subtember. That's why I may or may not be wearing my Twitch shirt right now. You get 20% off subs on Twitch, and we'd greatly appreciate it if you gave us a sub this month. We may be transitioning to YouTube in the near future, but for now,
Mhm.
twitch.tv/cheesycontroller. Give us a sub, 20% off.
For some love.
Beat our coffee addiction.
Yeah, like my caffeine addiction has gotten bad, y'all.
Look, I'm saying this right now. As far as I'm concerned, if it doesn't become a detriment to your life, it's not an addiction. You just get to enjoy things. Maybe a little bit overindulgently, but we can still enjoy things.
Yeah. So if you would like to maybe overly indulge, it's a stronger White Claw. The flavors are pretty decent. It tastes more alcohol-y than a typical White Claw.
Oh
It's
yes,
got
more
that bite.
alcohol-y. That's my favorite flavor.
It's like got a burn in the back of your throat that you're just like,
It's not.
makes you feel like a man.
It's not hitting you like that, but it tastes more like an alcoholic beverage than a
White Claw
typical
got your
White
throat
Claw.
fighting for its life.
I coughed after drinking a White Claw earlier, and it was like I almost died.
No, you just gotta chase it with a cigarette. Like the smoke will go in and pat down the liquid.
Just
That
all
was
the bad
like,
things.
Right. Sounds like a terrible. This sounds like a bad time all around. But back to this list: Deathloop, September 14th. Kina Bridge of
Okay.
Spirits, September 21st. I'm
That
thinking,
Kina Bridge of
interesting.
Spirits is gonna be tight.
yeah,
I'm here
Kina
for it.
looks good, and I think it's $40. So,
40
and it's short.
smashers.
It seems like it's not going to be like this super long, drawn out, epic, sprawling. It seems like it's going to be like a fairly contained story with like some like grander scope things going on,
Right.
but
It's a lot like Spiritfarer in its plotting and what you're doing, guiding spirits to the afterlife.
it looks nothing like that. And
Well, it's because Spiritfarer,
everybody's
you're
coming.
a boat, and instead of a boat, you're a person.
Were you a person in Spiritfarer? Wasn't that the game with the
No,
hug?
I said you're a boat. You're a boat.
You're not a. I thought you're a person
Yeah.
driving a boat.
Okay, yes, you're a person driving a boat.
Yeah, I was like,
It's just that you spend
You're
so
like
much
the
time
gate-
as a boat, I forgot you were a person.
Yeah, you're like the gatekeeper.
Let me drive the
of
boat.
spirits.
you're Charon.
Yeah,
Oh
It's
shit! Well, that
actually-
means they're giving up them coins.
it's actually a pretty fun game.
So, but yeah, I'm going to Kina for graphics. It's a PS5 game. It's
Mhm.
going to look ridiculously amazing. I'm going to that for graphics.
That's the only thing I'm salty about. I'm gonna get it on PS4, but like, if only we could get these motherfuckers at this point.
So, Lost Judgment, September 24th. New
I'm
World.
more open to Yakuza games and like that style of game, I guess. Now that I've played one, but Judgment, I don't know. I still have to play it like an actual Yakuza game first to really get in there.
Yeah.
But as far as storytelling goes, they kind of got me. And as far as like people I trust are like, oh my god, this is the best. Like this series right here, boy. Whoo, some of that heat. So
All right. So, New World coming to PC
MMO, not
September.
bothering.
Okay.
that Amazon game,
Yep, it's an MMO. Don't even care.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
you're a fucking colonizer in that damn game. You are literally a colonizer. Like literally in every sense of the word.
So, we got Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania, which
Fuck yeah.
I would be on board, but it doesn't have online multiplayer. And
Come on. That doesn't
Right,
matter. This shit's literally bananas.
I've enjoyed Super Monkey Ball. If this
You-
falls in the same boat as Sonic Colors Ultimate, I'm good. I got too much shit on my plate. Like, yes, this looks
Do
cool.
you like ever just play like games just to like for fun, just for like a little bit? You don't have to like go out there and beat it. Dude,
That's why I love small indie games for that
Right.
reason. Like a nice a nice 6 hour,
Just like-
6 to 12 hour experience. Like 2 good chunks.
yeah,
In and
something
out.
you just like pick up real quick, have a good time, and then that was it.
Yeah, but I'm not about to pay $60 to pick up a Super Monkey
never
Ball
mind.
game.
And also, I will say this about Super Monkey Ball. I wish it was a phone game. I would love to have a Super Monkey Ball game just on my phone, conveniently. Just
Well, it's coming to Xbox, so there's a chance it could be on cloud.
you know what?
Fair.
If I can turn it into a cell phone game, I'd play the shit out of it.
Okay, or it's also available on Nintendo Switch. But yeah, Chris, for me, that's like, even if I pick up Kina and just enjoy it a little bit, or I pick up Sable and I enjoyed it a little bit, I feel like either of those is time and money better spent than Super Monkey Ball in the next couple weeks.
That's fair. I was just saying. Like,
Yeah, but yeah, I pick up hella shit all the time and then put it immediately down all the time. I'm really bad at doing that with JRPGs. I'll pick up a JRPG, be like,
Oh,
and then be like, oh,
as the resident JRPG player, that's how you play them, my guy. That is how you play them until it like literally like gets its claws into you and like starts pulling your soul out. You just play it casually.
Oh yeah.
Every so often, every 6 to 7 months, even until it gets you, and then that's when you just go through and like
And that's
you
usually
knock
when you
out
hit that big story
large
moment. They're
chunks.
like, "Oh, right, I remember why I was invested."
Yeah, 7 remake. That's that whole game. I need to go do it. So Jet the Far Shore is something that comes out the same day as Super Monkey Ball, and if I'm picking one of the two, I'm going Jet the Far Shore.
I heard Jet the Far Shore was also buns.
I mean, what are you expecting out of it?
I don't know. What are you expecting out of it? I heard like the literal gameplay isn't good. Like the mechanics for like piloting the ship, fucking like like a lot
I thought
of the
it'd
style
be a
choices
lot
they made.
more chill. Like what I'm expecting is like a small scope, more chill version of No Man's Sky.
I'm expecting Sable with a different art style.
And if that's not what I'm getting, if they're trying to make me fucking be ship resource management, I'm out. Like I'm not trying to play FTL right now.
I would say go check out some. I would say go check out some reviews on that one because what I heard, it wasn't good.
Okay. We got Far Cry 6 coming October 7th.
Never played a Far Cry game.
Never.
I kind of want to play it just because Giancarlo Esposito is Anton, and I'm really trying to do this Anton and Anton versus Anton stream. Anybody in the range of my voice, if you have a plugin with Ubisoft, I need 2 codes for this game, please and thank you.
You have a plugin with Ubisoft.
I personally don't fuck with Ubisoft right now, so I'm just gonna mind my business on that one.
That's fair.
I'm trying to get it for free, but I guess it would be free marketing for them. But at the same time, I have a personal reason why I like this game in particular. Like I'm not out here recommending people go play this, but I have a
Early impressions of it have been good for anyone who's interested in it.
right. That's the thing. It seems like it's going to be a certain level of quality, and like
I played the last couple of Far Cry games, and it's like it's not the thing about me and Far Cry is I just don't find them to be that entertaining. Like everything's made well,
yeah.
It just doesn't inspire me to care.
The last time I touched a Far Cry game was Far Cry 4 because I got it for free. Like, I just got a code in my email for Far Cry 4 on PS4, and I was like, okay.
That's cool.
Yeah. So, Metroid Dread, we already kind of talked about, October 8th.
It haunts my dreams. I need it, but it scares me because I have things to do, and it's going to eat my life.
I don't have time for it. Back for Blood, Chris. Did you play the beta?
No.
Are you interested in this? Because I know you're like the biggest Left 4 Dead fan out of all of us.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean...
Are you getting it October 12th?
Interested in a Left 4 Dead game on the next gen? I mean, as far as... I guess me. I'm the only one interested. It looks like a lot of fun. If you can get a bunch of people to play with. As like Left 4 Dead was only fun like when we did that stream with you, me, Ellie,
Michelle.
Michelle.
Calls her Ellie. It's at least L.
No.
Parasite L.
Yeah, there we go. My bad. That was fun, but playing like that game by yourself, I don't think works. So it would just have to be with a bunch. Like if other people got that game, I'd be hop on it.
Maybe on sale. The Back for Blood for me looks like one that is when it's on sale, I'll do it.
Definitely not a day oneer of Back for Blood. I mean, that's.
I've never really played like any of those zombie horde games. Like my only real experience with like horde mode would be like Gears of War.
And this has like a different deal to it. Yeah, like Gears is a lot more like wave based. This is just you're out there and zombies are coming to get you.
Get to A to B and don't drown in the zombies.
You were surviving. Doesn't this one have like a deck system or some shit to it.
Yeah, it has a card system. Like I played
Card
the
system.
beta with Radic. Was it you? Were you on the beta with us that night? I know one night I played. I think it might have just been me, Juwan, and Radic, and we played with a random. But from what I played, I was like, yeah, it's one of those. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna pay for the Ultimate Edition to get it on
Trying
the
to kill some
80th.
time. Trying to kill some zombies.
I mean, doesn't this one also keep the same mechanic to where, like, if you tried to skip zombies, they sent out more zombies? I found out that mechanic that was in Left 4 Dead 2, and I was like, that's fucked up.
Well, yeah, I mean it's dynamic, like scaling as far as that stuff. I knew Left 4 Dead did that a long time ago because I remember somebody like when I was in like middle school trying to pitch me on Left 4 Dead, and they're like, "Yeah, you don't get it. Like every time you play it, it's different because if you go and kill everything, like things play out one way, but if you like try and run and you try and yeah." So I knew Left 4 Dead did that for a long time, and Back for Blood has that to a certain extent, but they also have the card system, which kind of surfaces some of that stuff and lets you kind of manipulate it a bit more.
Oh, that's cool.
So next up, we got Battlefield 2042,
Yeah.
October 22nd. I am skipping until that shit is on sale. Watch, it's going to be on sale on Black Friday.
More than likely.
Doesn't it come to Game Pass day one?
I don't think so.
EA's got their deal with Game Pass.
Yeah, but the full game doesn't come to EA Access, so you could probably play.
It won't be at launch. It won't be at launch.
So eventually will be.
But eventually.
Right. But the PC, PS5, and Xbox Series version of that game, which can crossplay together, are $70. And I'm not paying $70 for Battlefield.
I don't like that pricing. I really don't.
I mean, that's
$70.
Huh?
That's like, God, that's so close to 100. Like 60 was like kind of that realm of like that's fine, but 70 every time someone says it, I'm like, that's so close to $100. That's like a week's worth of food.
Right. I could make $70 straight. I can get a lot more bang for my buck. Like if I have $70 and I spend it on Battlefield, like sure that'll be fun here and there, and I might like even if I get invested and I'm really playing Battlefield, like I could do a lot more and have a lot more immediate satisfaction out of that $70 than Battlefield.
I mean, Battlefield. I guess I've never really gotten into a Battlefield game, but it's like.
Yeah, it looks solid. It
Duty's
looks
out of the
decent.
fucking window, but,
I
like,
might get it Black Friday because I know a lot of people that I play, like Radic, Jawan, and I know Kuma are all looking at this game, looking forward to this game. So, and I
numbers
know
are right, and y'all are like, yeah, this shit is that gas. I could be more convinced to hop in on it as well, but if anything, I think I'll probably wait for a sale.
Yep.
Because I do think that's a steep price point for a online, like an online only, no story mode.
But and that's the other thing.
online
You wouldn't
only.
even be able to play with us because it's not cross-generational crossplay. So
I thought it was just for certain modes that you couldn't have cross-generational crossplay.
No,
No.
PS4 and Xbox Series, or no, PS4 and Xbox Ones can play together, and then PS5's Xbox Series X, and then PCs can play together.
Right. So
I thought that was only for like the super massive mode. I guess not.
Y'all get a smaller mode with like half the people.
Oh fuck that! I'm not getting that stupid game.
Yeah, it's only.
I'll play Apex.
So we got Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, October 26th. I'm not trying to dwell on this game. None of us are getting it on launch.
No.
Getting it on launch, I'm not sure I'm getting that at all.
I might give it a go because the Marvel games have been pretty solid. Like
Okay,
I don't want to get into this, but Avengers is teasing Spider-Man and their raid content, and with the addition of Black Panther and some of the changes they made, that's on my like list. That's the game that I'm like I could see myself booting up and
We'll
playing.
play
Avengers.
that game when it's a PlayStation Plus game.
Fair enough. Actually,
I mean, you have access to it right now. You could play it today.
He's playing a better game right
I'm just saying. He's saying like it's PlayStation Plus, like he's getting it for free, like he didn't already get it for free.
Still doesn't make it worth.
Yeah.
So
I could be playing 14. Anything I could do in Avengers, I'd rather do it in 14.
all right. So that same day we're getting Solar Ash, which if I had to pick one out of the two on October 26th, I'm playing Solar Ash.
Art style looks tight.
Yeah, it's from the Hyper
Solar
Light
Ash
Drifter
looks dope
people.
as fuck.
Yeah.
That explains so much. They went to 3D with their next product. That's
Yeah.
tight.
Yeah.
All right. They're like growth.
And so
Love that for them, you know.
yeah, if I had to pick one that day, Riders Republic, it's an MMO extreme sports game. None of us are doing that. Mario Party Superstars. None of Chris only.
How you know I don't want to? How you know I don't want to go
All
out
right.
here and snowboard?
All right.
Hmm?
Let's see how long we've been recording, and let's see how much you really want to talk about Riders Republic right now.
Riders Republic. I've heard nothing but stellar reviews. I heard if you like, I don't know.
Right. Okay.
Actually, Riders Republic has been getting good reviews. I almost wish I was more interested in it.
I mean, it's just a stacked fall, and you gotta like. I feel like you have to be picky this fall because there's no way you're playing everything. Just looking at how many of these games there's on the exact same day, like there's no way you're playing all. And this is just the most anticipated stuff. There's other shit coming out in between here,
Yeah.
like the
There's
Demon
so much
Slayer
other shit
game
coming out.
that
Which-
I have pre-ordered.
That's
the
not on this
Hinokami
list.
Chronicles. No, it's
Yeah.
not on this list.
As big as Demon Slayer is, it's not on this list. Wow.
Riders
Well, I
Republic.
mean, I get it.
Riders Republic looks like it would. If it's a Game Pass game, maybe I'll play it. But I would never.
Is it?
Otherwise, it looks like it's a game that would come to Game Pass.
Yeah, at
Really?
some point.
I get that energy from it too, and I'm probably going to end up getting Game Pass sooner or later.
So a game that's not coming to Game Pass, Mario Party Superstars, is coming out October 29th, and it's a collection of mini games from Mario Party. It's 100 remade mini games from past installments.
And some of the maps.
Yeah. So it's like a greatest hits of Mario Party.
Not day one,
Okay.
but definitely going to get it.
Yeah,
It's never going to go on sale, so
Yeah, but he could buy it on a time where he has some more free time.
Right when I have.
Also,
funds
it's just a
that are
good
like-
party game to have for your Switch. You know.
I don't
Got a
have
bunch
the
of people
last
over.
Mario Party.
That one was really good too.
well, we have to come over sometime and play.
Okay.
All right. So Call of Duty Vanguard is coming out November 5th. It's going to be the first Call of Duty in a few years that I'm just going to completely skip. I think the last time I completely skipped one was Call of Duty World War II. And considering this is another World War II Call of Duty, I'm a skip. Horizon. I almost called it Horizon 5, like Horizon Zero Dawn 5. Forza Horizon 5 is coming out November 9th. Grand Theft Auto 5 is coming to next gen on November 11th.
Stay asleep.
Y'all didn't even wake up for Horizon. Shin Megami Tensei 5 is available November 12th.
Might as well.
Yeah, let's rock.
Hey, that means I'll have a new.
I'm
bag.
sorry. What's my name called? What happened?
I'll have a new bag come November 12th. That's all I'm hearing. Let's go.
You're saying I
That
just got
game-
enough time to finish my backlog before that comes out? Yeah, absolutely. Let's go. Let's go.
That game about to hurt me
See,
physically.
we got that. Then the next week we have Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, which I'm gonna be
Let's
all the way the fuck over.
Let's fucking go.
Then the next game we have.
I'm gonna have both. I'm
Why
gonna
not?
have both.
Have your adult Pokemon and your nostalgia Pokemon.
Yeah, exactly. I need the duality of Pokemon.
Yeah.
I need Pokemon and I need Pokemen. You know.
I don't know. I'll just stick with my Pokemon, as you call it.
All right. And so that same week, we have my most anticipated game of 2021, Final Fantasy XIV Online Endwalker.
Let's fucking go. Only game
November
that matters.
23rd. Early access is November 19th. So that's the same day as I'm going to be handheld playing Pokemon.
Are you telling me if we pre-ordered Endwalker, it comes out the same day as Pokemon?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Pokemon doesn't matter.
It's like that meme.
Yeah,
of
right
the
back
dude
to
with the
sleep he
3
goes.
plates.
Sorry.
I never saw
Not
someone
playing
get put in a
Pokemon.
coma so fast in my life.
See, there's a thing called queue times, and there's a thing called Switch handheld mode. So, if at any point I were to juggle 2 games at one time, the way that I'm trying to be doing it on November 19th and 20th,
You're trying to double fist some video games.
I mean,
Yes.
you gotta
Pokemon
think
and
about
Final
everything that
Fantasy.
you're gonna have to be doing at Endwalker. You're gonna have to get the new Aether Currents. You're gonna have to do side quests for it just to be able to fly in.
I'm going to savor it, Chris, because I'm aware there's a bunch of shit, but I'm going to savor it. I burnt through so much Final Fantasy.
You say that till 2 days later, and Jawan's like, "Yeah, I'm in the end game."
Fuck, he's
Like,
getting
I'm cheering
his
for the Alliance raid.
I'm on the patch that hasn't even dropped yet. I found it. I was able to find it on the back end.
Right.
I played the Alliance raid already. That doesn't come out for another month.
Who was playing it with you? It was just unsynced. Just
I
me.
soloed it. What?
Somehow Radic's also going to be there.
Yeah, right. I was about to say, like, if anybody, like, Radic. So Radic found out that he's actually capped at 60 because he doesn't have Stormblood or Shadowbringers. So he was grinding out, doing all this stuff, and then it's like 60 cap, and like.
Oh, is he doing the trial version?
No, he just only has the game in Heavensward.
Oh, damn.
Oh, so he literally just has to buy Stormblood just to level up some more.
Well, they don't even sell Stormblood individually on PlayStation.
Yeah.
He just has to buy Shadowbringers, and it'll come with. Technically, Shadowbringers comes with Heavensward, Stormblood, and Shadowbringers, but.
Yeah. So you could have just bought that for the same price as the rest of them?
Pretty.
Yeah, I mean, $40 right now will get you.
Because I was able to catch it on sale for like 23, I think.
Yeah.
28.
I pre-ordered the collector's edition of Endwalker, so.
Because I was about to pre-order Endwalker, but they're like, yeah, you're not going to have access to. I was like, well, same doc, same. Wait, digital collector's edition?
Yes.
Same doc, same. Because the other one was sold out. I really wanted the other one.
The other one, I'm not about to fucking. There was so much stuff in that box when they showed it at FanFest. I was like, I don't have space.
I would make space. Fuck Scott Pilgrim. Final Fantasy 14 now.
Just damn.
No.
Say how you really feel.
That says a lot. If you're deep into cheesy controller lore, you know that says a lot.
If you're deep into Chris lore, if you've met Chris.
First game I platinum this year.
All right. So the last game that is on this list, and a game that has been years in the making, and is everything we've seen of it. Well, not everything we've seen of it. All of the recent looks at it we've seen have been amazing. December 8th, we have Halo Infinite.
Day one. I mean, I already get it day one, but day one.
That might be. I might have to re-up my Game Pass for that one.
I'm so excited for that.
I'm going to finagle some way to play that.
I don't even just want multiplayer. I want to experience it because I've heard how fun apparently the campaign is, and I just
wait. Who the fuck did you hear? Who do you know who's played the campaign?
Phil Spencer, and he doesn't lie to me anymore.
Wait,
anymore?
It was like, yeah, I know I was a shitty ex, baby. Come on back.
Actually, he got hired on, and he wasn't the shitty Xbox guy.
Right, it's
But
not
no.
like it's Don Matrick telling you.
That sounds like somebody you can't trust.
Yeah.
Phil
Yeah.
Spencer, he's a guy who wears a blazer with the t-shirt under it. You know, you have to trust him.
And literally says yes to everything you ask for.
You want
Uh,
games?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you want
Yes.
games for
I got you.
$15 a month? Anything you want? Yes. Okay. Thanks, Dad.
Beast.
What?
Uh-huh.
But yeah, Halo Infinite for sure. Can't wait for the campaign. Can't wait to go high school MLG pro in Halo 3 back in the day and fucking multiplayer again. Just all around excited for Halo.
All right. So that's the most anticipated list, but we got a couple stories on our notes of games that are also coming out this year that we wanted to bring some attention to.
Yeah,
So
they deserve it.
Nickelodeon All Stars Battle Royale. No,
That
wait.
looks
Okay.
better
It's
every time they show it. It's
Nickelodeon
getting
All Star
ridiculous.
Brawl.
That shit looks good.
The Nick game, the SpongeBob game, honestly, that shit, like, the tech that they put in that game was very like thoughtful and is deep. So I think this game's actually gonna be good. like all memes aside, right? Like they're putting that work into the game, and like those devs were already kind of trusted for
Who's
making
the
those types of games anyway.
trying to find who's the developer of the game?
Oh,
I don't remember their name, but they made like another fighter called Slap City.
Yeah,
I want to call it
that's what I was
Slapbox
saying. So
City,
like
but
they kind of already had these mechanics just like worked out in another game they did, and this is just like, I mean,
this is them refining it. Like SpongeBob's up here at wave dashing. Like every projectile can be reflected.
That cat
I
dog.
didn't
That
expect
cat dog's movement was insane in that video.
I didn't
Ludosity
expect
is
movement
the
is-
name of the studio.
Ludosity.
Ludosity, Ludosity.
Ludosity.
SITY.
Yeah, like the movement in that game looks nutty, and it's coming with rollback. So this shit's gonna be at Evo.
It's so good.
And it's
It's
on
like-
PlayStation, and now that
I-
PlayStation owns Evo, it'll definitely be there. Why have Smash when you can have a Smash clone with rollback that's on PlayStation?
And a
Swear
game
to
that
God,
wants
if
to
they
be
give it if they give it a prize pool that's like marginally better than the Smash Brothers prize pool, which is like a fucking pro controller,
Mhm.
like shit could start
Nickelodeon's got
shaking.
the money. Nickelodeon's got the money. I
Alright.
mean, this game just looks ridiculously good. I thought I was watching a modded version of Smash Bros.
Except it's going to have good netcode.
I know.
And it wants to be
Yeah.
competitive. That's
Oh.
the most important thing. Because Smash Bros. Was designed to be anti-competitive.
So, y'all want to hear some crazy shit like related to Smash that I heard today?
What's up?
I think I made a Smash Bros joke at work, and one of my coworkers, who is like a totally normal person, is way more into like music and stuff than games, was like, "Oh yeah," I was like, "Oh, you get that joke? You play Smash?" She's like, "Yeah, I didn't really like the new one." I'm like, "Which ones particularly did you like?" She's like, "Melee." And I really liked Project M. And I was like, oh my god, I just heard a normal person say fucking Project M.
It's not a normal person.
I
I was about to say,
That's
what makes
not
you
a
think
normal
they're a normal person?
You misled yourself. You made the wrong assumption.
Yeah. See, that's why you can't be assuming shit.
Makes an ass out of the both of us.
Mhm.
Yeah, Project M.
I don't know. I've
Sweaty.
talked to this person, like, I work with this person very regularly. And the amount of, like, pop culture references and game references, the fact that, like, all of them just go completely over her head. But out of nowhere, she was just like, yeah, I play Project M. I'm like, what?
Why do you think a Project M player would be into anything pop culture related?
I don't know. You're not wrong.
I'm just saying.
Can you even play Project M anymore? Is that like a thing?
I'm looking it up.
No.
You probably shouldn't, but you probably could.
Yeah, it's basically non-existent.
December
Yeah, Nintendo shut that
2015.
down.
Damn.
But copyright laws kind of have to make, because that's also something about copyright law is if you don't fight every single instance of copyright law, you lose your copyright law protection.
Mm-hmm.
From what I've come to understand. Don't take what I'm saying as gospel. It's just my current understanding of it.
Okay.
But Project M had a fucking roster.
Yeah, that
Hey.
shit was fire. They had Mewtwo with the armor from the movie.
Mm-hmm. Shadow and Knuckles. Zero. Oof.
Oof.
Yeah, I'm just looking at this roster right now. This shit.
It's
Ooh, were there any more games y'all are excited about?
Oh, well, Jalen earlier brought up Alan Wake Remastered. So, is that something you're going to be playing, Jalen? I just know it's kind of like the news of
That's
it dropped, and a bunch of people seem to get
Alan Wake
excited.
niggas are excited. I've never played it, clearly. And I put like 2 hours in Control, so
yeah. I don't think I've ever played
Backlog.
Alan Wake.
Backlog.
Yeah, Backlog. I ain't got
But
the time.
but are you excited for it?
Yeah, I'd actually.
I added to the notes
Excited
because
isn't
you
the
brought
right
it
word,
up.
but I
We're
like the
like
fact that
tossing out exciting shit and like topics,
exciting
and
isn't
you're
the
like,
right word, but I do like the fact that I'll be able to easily and conveniently go back and play this game.
Mm-hmm. How are you
yeah.
feeling about remasters?
For me, I don't believe. I think the amount of time before we get a remaster should be about a generation for
Mhm.
game preservation and stuff, because yada yada yada. Like
Yeah.
Alan Wake coming to current gen, I like it. It's a 360 game.
Yeah.
Okay, I can get behind that. So, speaking of game preservation, Nintendo Switch Online,
Oh
Game
yeah.
Boy Color, Game Boy Advance games.
No, it's Game Boy and Game Boy Color. Don't even start
Not
getting your
advanced.
hopes up for
Nope.
advance. Don't think we're going to get that level of heat from Nintendo.
Yeah,
Like you're just setting yourself up for disappointment if you're
I know.
if you're hoping.
As far as Game Boy games, like
Uh,
what would really move the meter besides Pokemon?
nothing.
Nothing.
Oh no, I
Zelda,
Legend
Oracle
of
of
Zelda, Oracle of
Zelda.
Ages,
okay,
Oracle
yeah.
of Seasons.
If they don't have Zelda games and they don't have Pokemon games, this is a waste of time.
But I mean, those are both first party, so they'll most likely be there.
I'm just saying. They're still selling Pokemon
I mean-
games on their 3DS.
Yeah, I don't.
And Zelda games on their 3DS.
I'm-
Game Boy Classic Zelda games.
I
on
feel
their-
I'm way more confident in the Zelda games. Pokemon is, I don't know.
That's their cash cow.
I don't know
Especially
about
when
that
one of
one.
them star their fucking like all-star cash grab Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but if they don't have Pokemon games and they don't have Zelda games, I mean, what else really came out on Game Boy and Game Boy Color that was fucking
Like
Hey.
what was it?
Rampage.
Pokemon Puzzle
that was
League?
fun.
I'd play
That was
that
fun,
Tetris.
right?
I'd play Game Boy Tetris for
Yeah,
sure.
Tetris was good.
Fuck,
Kid
Pokemon
Icarus,
Pinball. That was on Game Boy.
Pokemon
On Game Boy Color,
Pinball.
Pokemon Puzzle.
which is another more fucking Pokemon games. If they could even get those Pokemon spin-offs, that
There was
like
That'd be some
a-
heat.
a Kid
But then
Icarus
also, like,
game that was on there that was really good.
You said it's a Kid Icarus game that was on Game Boy? It was
Game
probably
Boy
just a
Color.
port of the NES game.
I mean, that was all of the Mario games were just ports of the NES game, and they kind of like were trash compared to the NES version. But
I'm trying to think what I played on Game Boy Color other than Pokemon. Really, really.
damn,
Hey.
nothing. I didn't have enough
Like,
money.
I
or
know
the willpower
Disney's
to
not
ask
going to
my
let
mom
us
for more
play like the
games.
Monsters Inc. Game Boy Color game.
And I
that they
doubt we
had
would
back
get
in
like
the
the
day.
old Final Fantasy games.
Nope.
What Final Fantasies are on Game Boy Color?
Final Fantasy Legend, Final Fantasy Adventure, Final Fantasy Legend 2.
Was there A Yu Yu Hakusho game on Game Boy Color, or was that Game Boy Advance?
It
think that
sounds
was
like a
Advance.
Game Boy Advance. Yeah.
Yeah.
The DuckTales game was fun.
Hamtaro.
Game
I
Boy
know
Color.
it was.
Hamtaro.
Hamtaro.
Yes.
Hamtaro.
Yeah, but you're going. That's
A
that's
lot of
too
these
much
are
deep
licensed
cut.
though, and
Yeah,
I think
that's
that's
the
the
problem.
problem with
Cut.
like the Game Boy console itself. That was just like a licensed video game, like
Out
fucking.
the ass.
Oh, I mean, I'm talking
I
about
like
like
that's what they were.
Rugrats the movie, the video game.
Yeah,
Solid Game Boy
like
game.
like between the hardware and that era, like they were just cranking those types of games out.
Let me
Yeah.
just
So I don't
see
know,
what
like-
Game Boy Color game, Game
That
Boy
was the
and
time
Game Boy
where
Color.
every kid's movie got a video game added.
Right, the Monsters Inc. game
Edition.
that I might have in here. All right, so pulling out all of my Game
Oh,
Boy,
Kirby
Game
game.
Boy Color cartridges. We got Pokemon Gold and Silver. We got Tetris. We got Pokemon Puzzle Challenge, and we got Pokemon Crystal. So as long as it has all of those, I'm good.
A Kirby game would be solid. Dr. Mario would be solid.
The Kirby game that I want a re-release of is Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland. Like, if we could get GBA on Switch, it'd be over with. Final Fantasy fucking 4. Final Fantasy
There's
6.
a Dragon Ball Z game on Game Boy Color, a Tomb Raider game. Ooh, Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah.
Yes.
Actually,
That
Yes,
game
that
was-
Yu-Gi-Oh game was fun.
that
And
Yu-Gi-Oh
if you
game
had
Dark
the
Duel
physical cards,
Stories.
they had a code at the bottom that you can insert it and get the actual card in game.
Yep.
Okay,
the-
Kirby's Tilt and
Was
Tumble,
Metro 2
Rayman.
Return of Samus good on the?
I mean,
Oh, the Harry. Ooh, nah.
That
Fuck
first
Harry
Harry,
Potter.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah, but no.
Did we,
It was a good
did we
game,
not
but
take
also no.
Harry Potter back.
no, fuck J. Go deal with J.K. Rowling, and then we'll talk.
Street Fighter Alpha.
Where are
Well,
you?
okay,
Where are
Pocket
these
Bomberman.
polls coming from?
Nigga, I googled the Game Boy Color games.
Hey,
It is like a
Easy.
list of 50. Okay.
Frogger on it.
All right, Harvest Moon. Okay, there could be some heat on here if they make the right decisions and don't just put like a bunch of filler fucking games. There's some heat in here.
Am
Okay,
I tripping?
Hamtaro.
Hold on. Am I? This can't be real. There's a
Oh,
Game
yeah,
Boy
that's-
Color port of. Oh, it said Metal Gear Solid, but it's Metal Gear. Like just Metal
Oh,
Gear.
Hold on.
Yeah. They need to put
I got
Resident
you.
Evil Gaiden on it.
Shantae, Game Boy Color.
Damn, I didn't realize that series is that old.
What?
The
Shantae.
Shantae games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Shantae game. Pokemon the trading card game. Yeah, this.
Yeah.
There's some shit they
There's
could
a
go.
Game Boy
Ooh, some
Harvest
Mega Man
Moon.
game.
I mean, you got
Oh,
Mega Man
Mario
2,
Tennis?
3, 4, 5, Dr. Wily's Revenge.
I know we're not gonna get
You got
Spider-Man.
Megami Tensei games.
I know we're not gonna get Spider-Man.
Dragon Warrior 1 and 2. Dog, Mario Tennis though? Mario Tennis was the shit. On Game Boy Color, yeah, that's where I spent all my fucking time, honestly.
Like just looking back and the fact that I still have a cartridge of
Wario
this.
Land. All right, I'm more excited for this now. Okay, I've sold myself on this now.
And
Now that
fact
my
we
hopes
get it
are up,
for-
they're not going to deliver.
we get it for free.
Right, that's the thing. But I'd take if they just put Pokemon Puzzle Challenge.
I want Pokemon Pinball on it.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be some good fucking casual fun, you know.
Honestly, I want that Pokemon trading card game on there too. The classic cards.
I know Josh would be down for that.
I need this on Switch right now.
Yeah, damn.
Right now.
Yes.
The
First Game
Fat
Boy
Pack.
game I ever got. I got it with this Game Boy.
Didn't you?
Good lord.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I mean, I completely lost my train of thought. We're going to just talk about Horizon Forbidden West and the fallout that Sony had to deal with this week.
They didn't have to deal with it. They did that to themselves.
The forbidden upgrade. Like,
Well, so now they've
Wha-
kind of backtracked and it's a free upgrade.
right. My thing
Yeah.
is, why are they going through all these extra steps and measures, and like things are so unclear?
Try and sell you the
and-
game twice while you buy it on PS4, so you don't have to wait for the fact that you can't buy a PS5.
Right.
Right.
Sony-
Just
That's my
taking
thing.
it.
Sony
It literally
tested
just
to
taking
see
advantage
how
of
far
scarcity.
they could go, to see how much money they could make, and then we all backlashed and they were like, "All right, you get
Well, I
this
mean-
upgrade for free, and then from now on, it's just a $10 upgrade for our
Yeah.
first party exclusives."
And so that's kind of an interesting thing, is that's how they've kind of handled it up until this point. So like Ghost of Tsushima got director's cut, that like the Iki Island DLC kind of made things messy, but basically if you had the director's cut on PS4, it's a $10 upgrade to PS5. Death Stranding, to upgrade to the director's cut, is going to be $10, which will get you the PS5 version. So I mean, just looking at the way Sony's been handling it so far,
think-
like I feel like a $10 upgrade fee is completely fair.
Yeah, that one. But I think it was more. You had to pay for like the collector's edition to get the free upgrade, and that was
kind
what
of
everybody was raving about.
my other thing is like, all right, let's say I buy Horizon Forbidden West whenever that comes out, right? And then when I'm able to get a fucking PlayStation 5 in like 2 years, I'm still gonna have to pay $10 for a fucking upgrade. That game's old as shit.
I feel like at
Yeah.
that point you're not even gonna pay for the upgrade because
Right.
you're past that game.
Yeah,
Right,
that's
but what
only.
if I want to go back and really experience it?
Then you're
you know,
gonna
I'm
pay
like, oh, there's a couple
$10
things.
instead of having to completely
Why?
rebuy the game.
I could
Your
probably
other-
go fucking
your
rebuy the game
alternatives-
for cheaper.
And I mean, if that's what you end up doing, then that's an option that's out there. But I mean, I feel like a $10 upgrade fee is minuscule as far as
Yeah.
like.
That to me, $10 is fine. When they were trying to do to make you buy the collector's edition or the deluxe collector's edition, there's like 5 different ones for.
They basically, you had to buy one of the 3 most expensive editions
Yeah.
of the game.
Just to get
Yeah,
the free
that's the
upgrade.
other thing. This shit is confusing as fuck. It's not simple. Like it would be
Right.
different if it was simple
They
and
made it-
intuitive, but
They
it's
made
not.
To be fair, they made it simple now because I think honestly the consumer finally made Sony make them like they had to make it make sense to us because we backlashed. Sony tried a thing.
I didn't.
Feedback.
I legit was just like,
Consumers
okay,
back
whatever. I'll just get the PS5
Yeah, but
version.
you're a different breed. You're like the Sony fanboy. Other people were like, "No, fuck you, Sony. We're not going to let you do that." You said it was going to be free upgrades, and they were like,
No,
okay,
they
it's
said free
now."
upgrades for launch games.
This technically was supposed to be a launch game. It got pushed out.
No, Horizon was never announced to be a launch game ever.
I'm pretty sure they added this to the one of the list, like Horizon, not God of War.
Horizon was never announced for launch. Ever. It didn't get delayed from launch. It had a 2021 was the earliest date it had, and then it got pushed from that. But this console came out 2020. So that's not launch.
Did it come out 2020?
It came out at like the end of 2020, right?
Yeah, it came out November 2020.
Right. So that means still, even like the beginning
what
of
is-
this year,
what
it would
is-
still be launch window. Especially
No,
with them launching that
If they
minuscule
said
amount.
launch games, they mean launch games. This game coming out even tentatively a year after launch is not a launch game by anybody's
but their
metric.
console's
Would-
also
would that not be a
normal
launch window?
console. I mean, that's.
I
not
don't
fair
even.
on
I
them.
think 6 months is launch window. We are out of launch window of PlayStation 5, and this game's not out yet.
When was this game originally supposed to come out?
2021.
This year.
Yes.
Okay.
The PlayStation 5 came out last year. This is not a launch. Even if it hit December 2021, that's still not even if it hit November
Yeah, but
2021. That's still
everybody was
not a
mad
launch
because they
game.
were like,
If it's projected to come out within the first year of that console's launch, would that not be a launch game?
No. The
It
launch
is not a launch game, but they've pretty much been
It's-
advertising that game since Borderline the console been out. It has
Yeah,
not
they
been- was
announced
never
it
a launch game,
before
but
the
they've been
console,
advertising
but
since
it
launch.
I'm pretty sure they
that doesn't
said
make it
you were
that
going to get.
I
I
didn't
get
say it was a
you were
launch
gonna get
game.
a free upgrade. I'm pretty
They-
sure they talked about this is one of those.
No,
games you were gonna
this
get a
is
free
not a
upgrade.
game that they ever specifically said would have a free upgrade until
Okay,
it
then
did.
why did they backpedal then?
Because I mean that's pressure, but that's not. They had no necessity to do that at all.
Yeah, they did. They had 100%.
No, they had no
necessity to do that.
necessity because they charged for
Okay,
the Ghost of
if
Tsushima
that wasn't
upgrade.
the case, then why did
They
if they
charged
had no
for the Final
necessity to do
Fantasy
it,
Actually,
VII
why-
upgrade.
Why didn't
They
they do
charged
it?
for the Ghost of Tsushima upgrade. They charging for the Death Stranding upgrade. All of these games are games that they are charging you an upgrade, the $10 upgrade fee that is now going to be standard because you could buy it on PlayStation at PS4 at launch
Okay,
for
is
$60,
that
or
just
you could
like
buy
is
it.
that just a PlayStation 5 patch or is that extra content? Because like with the director's cut for fucking Death Stranding, there's extra content in that. Like you can replay boss fights. There's new machines. There's a fucking jetpack. Like there's new shit being added.
That's
Like is
true.
that a
Technically,
part of it or is that just something else? Because
Horizon
that
ain't
is justifiable for paying more. Like if it's just this shit's fucking 4K now.
How about let's take all of this other shit out of the equation?
I
Horizon
personally-
Forbidden West on PlayStation 4 is $60. Horizon Forbidden West on PlayStation 5 is $70. If you buy the $60 version, instead of spending an additional $70 to get the PS5 version, they're only charging you $10.
Okay, that's fine. That's not what they said.
When did they, Chris? Find me where they said
Anton,
that
you're
Horizon
missing the whole
was
point of
going
when
to be
they
a
said
free
if
upgrade.
you spend a lot of money, you get the free upgrade. You don't buy the standard edition and then pay $10
Right,
more.
and I mean
and then
Call
you
of
get the
Duty
free
did that
upgrade.
Yeah.
last year, and Call of Duty
That's not a
came-
free upgrade. It's not a free upgrade at that point. You spent more money.
Yeah. With the-
Right,
That's
and-
you.
but-
That's you.
and
just
so
buying
Horizon
more
and-
game.
Horizon announced that, and is not the only game that's done that. But nobody, like everybody, just flipped out because they were expecting a free upgrade. Why anybody
also- but
expected a free
part of it
upgrade? I
is-
don't know.
But as part of that is outside of like those specific Sony titles you mentioned, basically everything else has been a free upgrade. It's the same thing that happened when Control was charging for their Ultimate Edition. It's like,
But
what's the deal
they
with
did
the,
that.
with the upgrades? What are we doing? What's the plan?
If you bought Control on launch, even if you bought all the DLC and everything, you didn't get a free upgrade. Period. You had to rebuy that game.
Sorry, man. What?
Control. It was a huge controversy that they said if you have the Ultimate Edition, which came out after launch of the game. So Control came out, you could have bought the Deluxe Edition, got all the DLC, the Season Pass, all that shit. No matter what, if you didn't have the Ultimate Edition that came out later, if you bought that game day one, pre-ordered, got everything, it was not a free upgrade. And Control just did that. At no point did they ever backpedal on the fact that, and Control is not a Sony first-party game.
I think
Exactly.
the problem with
Control
Horizon
was
Zero
out for
Dawn
over a year
specifically.
before.
But
that
they made you
PlayStation-
rebuy the game.
Okay. It was
I
out
think the
for
problem-
over a year.
Yeah, and people were pissed about that.
I also think the problem with Sony specifically comes down to scarcity. Like, you're gonna have to, like, you can't just, and not scarcity of the game, the scarcity of the consoles. Like, with the other, like, why? It's pretty much you're charging me extra money later for something that I would just buy. I should just be able to buy the PS5 version, but no one can get a PS5. And I think that's
But
part of the
you-
reason why people got so angry.
And I get that. But what I'm saying is no
also,
matter
no one likes-
how you do it, if you said fuck the PS4 version, waited till you got a PS5 to play any of these games, you would be paying that $60 plus that $10, and you would only get one copy of the game.
Yeah, but no one's mad about the fucking $60 now, $10 later part. That's fine. People are
Madrid
mad about
that is what Madrid is complaining about.
Is
I'm
that what you're
complaining about a lot of things.
I complain about like trying to buy a fucking mammoth statue that like, and I don't want a mammoth statue just to get the free upgrade. That's stupid.
Yes,
I mean, I get that PS5, PlayStation needs leniency because it's COVID, and they can't make PS5s right now. We also need leniency because you claimed you were going to do this for launch titles, and
it's not a launch title.
It's doesn't matter. It's fucking COVID. We both.
It doesn't. It does matter because if they say they're doing it for launch titles, and this is not a launch title, and they don't do it,
it's still not consumer friendly.
It doesn't fucking matter. They didn't say they were going to do it.
Not consumer friendly.
Not having Game Pass isn't consumer friendly. PlayStation doesn't give a flying fuck about not having Game Pass.
But that's not having Game Pass is not anti-consumer though. That's just a product they don't want to sell.
Right. This was the one time they weren't consumer friendly and they got backlash for it. And that's okay.
But this isn't the only time Sony has not been consumer friendly.
Yeah, and we should call them out.
Yeah, the fucking
they should be called out for that.
Yeah, if you don't call out
people, they're just going to anti-consumer, and it should be called out for that.
Are you not happy that you? I mean, you have a PS5, so I guess it doesn't.
Right,
this is not your fight.
Like exactly, none of this would have affected me, and I'm saying the people who it would affect got pressured into giving you a free upgrade, which is great for you. The amount of games I've gotten free upgrades. As a consumer,
we should absolutely be doing this all the time.
But it's not going to happen all the time.
Okay, well, shit. Okay. You win some, you lose some. That's what it is, right?
Right.
But you have to be willing to fight, brother.
Yeah, you fought and guaranteed $10 upgrades from PlayStation exclusives, guaranteed. God of War will guarantee be only a $10 upgrade. Going forward,
Gran Turismo
exclusive will only be
that's the thing,
a $10 upgrade.
You don't want the language to be muddied. Like, the fact that we have to sit here and have arguments about what type of fucking upgrade,
because the things that you guys wanted,
it should be simple and consistent.
What they said, you guys are misconstruing to something that they did not say. No, they said Chris is misconstruing it because Chris is saying it's a launch game. They promised this for launch games. Chris is saying that Horizon is a launch game, despite it not coming out for over a year after the console is. I'm touching a PlayStation 5 right now. Horizon is not on it. It is not a launch game. They promised free upgrades for launch games.
Actually, wait. I'm looking up this. I pulled up a Washington Post article, and at the time, there was a point in time where they weren't clear on whether it was going to be a launch game. It was later confirmed. Chris is using old, outdated information.
Fair enough.
At no point. Okay.
But
all right.
Then it could be people like me who are old and outdated information could be pissed and be like, I thought this was going to be a launch game. Just because you pushed it back doesn't mean that's my fault.
But if you went to, let's say PS5s were just on every store shelf everywhere in the entire world and you could just go get one right now. If you walked into a store
then we wouldn't need upgrades.
Yeah,
that's the whole reason we have upgrades in the first place.
That literally doesn't exist because that scenario will never happen until 2 years from now.
But Jalen, I am taking advantage of these upgrades that are happening.
You are, but I'm saying But
you're saying if everybody,
but you're saying console, and they still got to sell these games.
You're saying if everybody had access to a PS5, there would be no need for upgrades. That would completely take out of all of the games that have gotten upgrades.
Last year, we made a commitment to deliver free upgrades for our cross-gen launch titles, which included Horizon Forbidden West.
Oh, damn.
Oh, there you go.
They said it themselves.
While the pandemic's profound impact pushed Forbidden West out of the launch window, we initially envisioned, we will stand by our offer. Players who purchase Horizon Forbidden West on PlayStation 4 will be able to upgrade to PlayStation 5 version for free.
Yeah, and
Boom.
instead of it
Simple
being
and
the
clean.
PlayStation 5 upgraded version, it would just be the PS5 version.
Yes. From the mouth of the devil himself.
Yeah.
Like that's
So
just,
it was projected to be a launch window game. It is now not, but they will still honor it.
Okay.
And like the language and all that was when they came out with that rollout. That's why people were pissed. It's like, okay, y'all
Right.
are just fucking us over. And if y'all do this time, that means y'all gonna do it next time. So you have to nip that shit in the bud. So yes.
Right. Make PlayStation consumer friendly.
Yeah, you gotta call
Keep
people
them
out on that shit.
consumer friendly.
Accountability.
Okay, I'm just gonna drop it because the amount of games that have come out with next gen upgrades for free and for pay that have just across the board, it's all over the place. Jedi Fallen Order, straight up free upgrade. Final Fantasy VII, the base game was a free upgrade, and then there was DLC. Ghost of Tsushima had DLC, but there was still the $10 upgrade cost. Death Stranding Director's Cut, the only way to get the additional content is to do the $10 upgrade. So, it's just, this Call of Duty launch the day after launch. Literally like midnight after getting my PS5, Call of Duty unlocked. Call of Duty, I had to buy the cross-gen bundle that entitled me to the PS4 and PS5 version for the upgrade. I could have just bought the PS4 version and played just the base PS4 version on my PS5, because that's still an option in all of these scenarios. I can play Death Stranding right now on my PS5. I can play without an upgrade fee.
Or the original?
The original. I could play Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut, the PS4 version, without paying the upgrade fee to PS5. I could play. There are a lot of games that have paid upgrade paths. That is because these consoles are backwards compatible. They're backwards compatible. You're not obligated to buy any of this shit. If you want to buy the shit and have a better experience with it, pay for it. You get what you pay for.
You don't say
I mean,
you're going to give it for free.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, they
it.
use that wording of like, if it's gonna be given away for free, then they gotta honor it. That's what that is. I'm not saying that everybody doesn't have a different fucking model. I would prefer if people like came together and picked what fucking worked best, so we can have some goddamn consistency.
It's okay, but they have
But
done that.
honestly, I don't give enough of a fuck because I'm on a PlayStation 4.
But they have done the consistency now, saying every upgrade will be $10.
Right.
That's literally perfect.
Also, if Sony just came and said all upgrades are $10, this wouldn't have been a conversation.
Right.
Because this is more about the language than the upgrades.
PlayStation needs to start communicating as well as fucking Xbox does. They really need to do that.
The thing was, when PlayStation communicated as much as Xbox is communicating now, PlayStation was losing. When PlayStation was announcing fucking Final Fantasy Versus 13 and Kingdom Hearts 3 and The Last Guardian and all these games super early, a lot of which we never got and were completely underwhelmed by. When PlayStation was sharing the amount that Xbox is sharing and telling you like really trying to appeal to the consumer, they were losing. Xbox is currently losing. They lost last generation and they are losing this generation.
Well, what's the trend that this shit goes up and down, right?
Yeah.
So if they don't do those things to stay proactive and engage with their community,
but
there's a reason why they started winning, because they listened to the.
And you're saying they're winning. This is the beginning of a generation. There's a long road ahead.
It's just a bunch of fucking PlayStation jerk-offs who are just like buying PlayStations because they won the last generation. It's like, but why?
Because I have a library of 800 games that I can just play.
Yeah, You have the
Anton,
PS4
sometimes I
Pro,
think your opinions
bro.
are entirely too
Buy
biased on
them.
your experiences with Sony.
In the win or lose category, systems sold, PlayStation 4 sold 3 times
I'm not
more.
talking about that specifically. I'm talking about like
this
communication
is this
with Sony.
particular argument. I can pull myself out of, yes, I prefer Sony. Yes, I bought a PlayStation 5. Yes, I play my games primarily on a PlayStation 5. So, I mean, yes, that's going to color my experience. Like, if I experience a game on PlayStation 5, I can't talk to the Xbox Series X version because I'm not playing that version. I'm being accurate to my experience that I am actively having. And my opinion, like, it's not necessarily invalid because I chose to buy a PS. I could have gotten an Xbox Series X. I could have gotten an Xbox Series S. I currently have an Xbox One. And I've let my Game Pass lapse multiple times at this point because, like, I have a PC that I could be playing these games on, but that's not how I'm choosing to do it. And when it comes to these PlayStation stories, Hades was a free upgrade. I bought, like, certain games like Doki Doki Literature Club, Avengers, No Man's Sky, Hades. I bought these PS5 versions and just automatically got a free copy of the PS4 version. So
That would be weird if it didn't come with a PS4 version.
I mean, it would.
Unless it
but,
was a
like,
PS5 specific game.
I mean, I bought the PS5 specific versions. I went to the store and said, Hades PS5, please. And they're like, here,
No,
we'll
I
throw
mean
in
like
PS4.
the game is only on PS5. That's what I'm saying. Like if you bought
Like-
Deathloop on PlayStation 5, like
Eternal.
I wouldn't expect it to be on PlayStation 4. That makes sense.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah. That makes sense. Like, I don't have a PS4 copy of Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart.
Exactly.
God, I wish that existed. I really do.
Apparently, one of the, like, developers of the older Ratchet and Clank games said it's possible to get Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart running on a PS3. Lower the resolution, lower the frame rate, add longer loading times, and it'll work.
On
That's good
PS3?
design.
So they like just imagine what PS4 could do.
I mean, yeah, it could. That's the thing. Miles Morales, from the same developer, same studio, same, like, hardware architecture. Miles Morales runs on PS4. What's the difference? There's no ray tracing. There are existent load times because in the entire time that I took to beat Miles Morales, there was no load times any point ever. Like, fast travel was actually fast. No loading screen. I remember on Spider-Man PS4 loading into the city, you'd, like, sit at a loading screen. Like, anytime you'd go from, like, inside a building to outside in the city, there'd be a load screen. Or if you change time of day, there'd be a load screen. On Miles Morales, in those exact same scenarios, there isn't on PS5s.
Nice.
I don't even remember how this got started, but
Horizon Zero
congratulations.
Dawn having upgrades, and this became a whole conversation on the efficacy of upgrades.
Yeah. And, I mean, while Xbox does smart delivery and does it way better than PlayStation does it, and no matter where or how you're playing a game, unless the developer, which in some cases have done this, decide, no, you have to pay for the upgrade on Xbox. So, like, Control's one of those examples where Control doesn't support smart delivery.
Right.
Only with the Ultimate Edition, which is a paid thing.
Right.
What else? Call of Duty is another one that
No,
it doesn't
they're
support
fucking
smart
they're
delivery.
fucking money grubbers. Like, come on
Yeah,
now.
but no, it
2K.
was PlayStation's like
2K's
this
not
is
a free
their
upgrade?
company.
Damn.
You had to like buy the better version of 2K.
Oh yeah, the, like, Mamba.
Because that was
edition last
that was like
year,
one of the
Kobe
that was like
Bryant.
one of the first
Yeah.
ones that came out, and people were mad about that. But 2K was like, okay,
But I knew like Madden and FIFA
bozo.
are free upgrades, so I just assumed 2K was a
That's
free
EA.
upgrade, but I remember that now.
I mean, it does come down to like the bigger you are, like you can. They're gonna come at you.
Just but then also like let's
2K
just
will
be
just
100
tell you
here.
to shut the fuck
2K
up.
does not cater to its fan base at all.
No.
They abuse them.
They
They're
don't
all
give
2K fans are in an abusive, toxic relationship, and they put up with it
Fucking love it.
because they get some marginal fucking pleasure, or they're just addicted to it at this point.
Some people play Final Fantasy. Some people play 2K.
Final Fantasy has not abused me yet.
No, and it won't. It created.
I meant more of like how some people will only play like one game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And that game will be 2K.
Yeah.
Some people only play their sport
Madden.
game of choice.
Some people only play MMOs.
I currently only play an MMO, which I never thought would happen.
It was an inevitability.
I always knew this day would come for me.
MMOs always win.
Yeah, I guess they really are playing the long game because I talk shit about MMO for decades.
I used to want to
Right,
play
what
WoW
happened?
so bad when I was a kid. Ooh-wee.
I wanted to play WoW, but then when I played WoW, I was like, I don't like this.
I played
I'm
so much
not
WoW.
going to play it.
I'm
played
pretty
so
sure
much
as a
WoW.
kid I would have been like, I don't like this.
I'm gonna go back to
With that
RuneScape.
free trial. It probably wasn't a free trial.
If
was it?
WoW had a free trial like Final Fantasy, it'd be easier to get into.
Yeah.
Well,
Again.
back when WoW was fun.
Good.
If WoW Classic were free to play,
Nah.
doesn't WoW Classic go up to 60? And is the base game and the first
Oh,
expansion?
WoW Classic's actually about to get burned. I think WoW Classic just got Burning Crusade.
Right, that's the first expansion. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. If WoW Classic were free to play.
But no, I said no. I was saying no more as in it wouldn't have gotten you in the WoW.
Yeah.
No,
That's
I'm
not
saying-
allowed it is. Part of it is Final
Like
Fantasy
back in the day.
because of the way it's
Yeah.
more cinematic in its storytelling, the way that it has you more interacting. Like
Sugoi.
Mhm.
The
WoW
cast of
is
characters,
Final
the
Fantasy when you're
fucking-
just doing side quests. That's the
Yo.
entirety of WoW, doing side quests in Final Fantasy.
Recently, Ian tweeted that the end of A Realm Reborn was better than the entirety of Game of Thrones, and honestly, that motherfucker was spitting.
I'm going to be 100 here. Outside of like some of certain things, Realm Reborn is better than most WoW expansions, especially narratively.
Mm-hmm. I'm not going to stop until I murder every single redacted myself.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Man.
Fuck them and their goofy ass blue hats. I'm putting them boys on a fucking t-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Especially old fucking Scar looking ass nigga. Oh, weed. When I find him,
Yep.
it's going down. I'm not even going to play a healer for that one. I'm going to switch.
Oh no, I've played healers. Like I could heal you. I could.
I'm going to go pick up Monk just so I can beat his ass with my hands.
It's like normally I'm a doctor, but today I'm a pharmacist. That's what it's like for that one.
Pharmacist. God
I'm a
damn it,
pharmacist.
That was so good. I'm so
Yeah.
proud of you.
That's my new job title.
Pharmacist. I just picked up Astro too, so I'm about to try. I need to level that one.
So you're learning the heart of the cards.
Monster Carter.
Pretty much your side objective is to put your cards on the right people, get your 3 different card types up, and then get that damage boost from Divinity.
Take away all their life points, send them to the Shadow Realm.
Then summon the king and queen.
Yeah, then summon the King and Queen.
All right. I think we've had a solid episode. Is there any more Final Fantasy 14 y'all want to get out now that... If anybody's listened this long to us arguing about upgrades and doing all the
Actually, that was a
whatnot...
solid piece of content.
Yeah, I'm just saying. But
Our monthly upgrade argument.
our monthly just me somehow getting ridiculed for owning a PlayStation 5.
You're not getting ridiculed for owning a
1%.
PlayStation 5. It's just that your opinions on this
I know,
conversation are
Chris.
built upon having a PS5.
Chris just called me part of the 1%, and I detest that.
How many? What
you
percent
say?
of the population actually owns a
800
PlayStation
games?
5 at this point?
That's a good question.
I'd say
It's
less
1%.
than right.
I know somebody was up there buying them shits and hoarding them, and they probably got damaged in a flood. I know it. I know this to be true.
I'm willing to bet some PS5s got destroyed. And then I heard the new model has a smaller heatsink.
So the thing with the new model, let me just break it down, and none of you guys on this call have to worry about that if you're getting a PS5. This is only currently in Japan and Australia. The PS5 Digital Edition came out with a smaller heatsink, runs a bit hotter, but copper is another one of those components that's getting extremely expensive. And the typical PS5 has a copper heatsink, and this uses an aluminum heatsink, and aluminum's lighter than copper, but it's also not as effective at dissipating heat. So, but I mean, it's just kind of one of those things of they're trying to get more out into the wild, so they did an internal, like, this is going to be one of those things. Maybe this is a shit-ass batch of PS5s. Maybe every single PS5 with this different heatsink is going to burst into flames in a couple years. But we just don't have the data on that. And I mean, like I said, this is only the digital edition, which they sell less of than the physical, like the disc drive version. And it's only in Japan and Australia. And last time I checked, we don't have listeners in either of those places. Shout out to our listeners in Madrid, Spain.
That's just Madrid.
Madrid has been going
you caught
to Madrid, Spain to listen to our podcast. I'm honored.
That's where I can really relax and just really tear into the podcast, you know.
Yeah.
Really pick apart the layers.
It's like every
that are
time I go to
presented with
Anton,
each
Texas.
episode.
Anton, Texas.
Yep.
Did you look up a list of places with Anton?
No, I just typed Anton into Google as a kid, and the first result is Anton, Texas.
Yeah, because back in the day as a kid, the only information out there was like places.
Right, I wasn't a
Well,
prominent
they started
internet
to be-
figure yet. I hadn't, Anton 6 was not an established brand yet. I was still A-Man Pokemaster. Yep. Yep.
I think
And-
Anton 6 was the smart delivery for that upgrade.
And with that, you can follow us all collectively around the internet, cheesycontrollerpodcast.com. Subscribe to the YouTube. Send us some money on coffee. And
Please buy some coffee.
20% off subs. Shout out to Chase.
Fuck with us.
Was it Chase? Yes. Thank you, Chase, for
Thanks,
your
Tony.
tier 1 sub as part of Subtember. You can follow me on Twitter at Anton6 at 3X's. Don't pull up on my Twitter calling me the 1% because I own a PS5.
I'm real fucking sorry about that.
Chris just had to. You're just mad I got the COVID vaccine early.
Yeah, that too. Like, you got a PS5 early, you got the COVID vaccine early. What's next, huh? You're
The
gonna get an
COVID
Xbox
booster.
first?
That's the next. That's the next.
He's already got the upgrade for Donda. He's already got the patch notes downloaded on that.
I have the explicit
The
version
beta.
of Donda.
The Donda
Which I don't
beta.
get. I don't get why Kanye censored himself on his own album. Kanye, you could have just not cursed.
I know.
It's your album, and it's
There's other
your
words
verse.
you could've said.
You didn't have to censor The Weeknd, and The Weeknd sang that poem you wrote for Rihanna beautifully. The lyrics of Hurricane was a poem that Kanye wrote for Rihanna a few years back. Like, it was the leaked version of Yandi that I have has Hurricane on it, but just without The Weeknd singing.
Okay. Hurricane didn't have the weekend on it.
No, it was a good song.
Weekend's amazing. That's my final.
All right. Chris, where can people find you?
Chef and Chris.
Jalen,
Squid Bishop.
Madrid.
3-piece set pod.
All right. This has been a Know It's Good production. The video version is edited by Lana Twisted Mind. The audio version is edited by Akumasanti. Coffee. Until next time, keep it cheesy.
Cheesy.
Plug it.
Cheesy.
Plug it.
Cheesy.
Plug it.
Cheesy.
Plug it.